Welcome to Mom is a Chef, and today we're gonna make these cheesy stuffed zucchinis. I was gonna ask how to make these, and I found a ton of zucchinis on sale, so we're gonna make it today. Sorry you won't be seeing me because I have a bit of a cold and I don't want to show my face. It's my grandma's recipe. I took my zucchinis and I split them in half. So now I'm gonna take a spoon and scrape the inside. So there are my puppies all hollowed out. Here are my remains. But I'm also gonna dice these 3 into cubes to add to the volume of my stuffing because I don't think that's enough. By the way, the zucchinis were only 46 cents for 3 of them. So the whole thing was $1.50. I got 3 of them. I'm just so happy. I love saving money. I think it's especially shocking when you are a gardener and you know how hard to grow things are. So that's why you're like, are you serious? 46 cents for 3? You know how much time I spent gardening? Yeah. So I'm going to dice 1 onion. Okay, so this is one of the recipes that I do not use garlic because every flavor in there is very mild and you want to keep it like that because it's more maybe instead of a stuffing, it's more like a moussey kind of thing. It's delicious. And we're just gonna try to bring out the flavor of the zucchini. And I'm gonna add some bread soaked in milk. You'll see. Actually, my aunt had a housekeeper. She added red bell peppers to it, and I was like, oh my god, it was a nice touch, but I thought it took away from the zucchinis, and I think the star is the zucchinis. Oh, her name was Karina, and when I went to Chile, she made me teach her how to make empanadas, and my uncle too, and they were like both pretty good at doing it. I don't know why they wanted me to do it though, but I thought it was so cute. Yeah, my uncle passed away, so I don't know how she is. I don't know if my aunt still has her as a housekeeper, but she was super sweet. And she always made food out of nothing. I was like, how did you make all this? I looked at the fridge. I'm like, oh. She was amazing. Oh, my aunt had trouble keeping food around because she had 4 boys. And they just ate everything. That's why the fridge was always empty. Oh, they're all professionals now. One's a lawyer, architect. One's a producer. I love my little boys. So here's my things. I'm going to stick these guys in the oven to start roasting them. And I'm going to starting my pot with a little bit of olive oil. It's probably like 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to start browning my beef. And it's going to be like a pound of ground beef. Oh, you can use ground turkey or ground chicken if you want. So start browning your meat. And I'm going to add like 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 of pepper. Sorry. I found these little jars at Target. They're so cute. Are these cute? I love when they say like Ray Dunn. I don't like the Ray Dunn though because it's so overdone. I like this because it's like a typewriter kind of print. The other ones are so like ugh. I don't know. If you like it, it's cool. But I mean, I do have certain mugs and things, but kind of over it. Everything's so big. Now I'm gonna add my onions. It was just 1 onion, large. It's very little meat. You're only getting a lot of vegetables actually, so it's not bad. It's a great recipe. I love this recipe. You can use ground pork, that'd be good too. Or chorizo, ooh. That'd be a little robust though. So stir that up. So meantime, I'm gonna soak a little piece of sourdough bread and some milk, and it's just gonna tenderize the bread. Usually we would take day old bread, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna do this one because it's the heartiest bread that I have. What I'm doing right now, I just want my onions to be fully cooked before I add my zucchini because zucchini doesn't take very long to cook. And if I were to add it now, it would have trouble. My onions would have trouble cooking all the way through. So make sure you always cook your onions. I didn't cut those very well, but it's okay. Who's gonna know? They're just gonna taste good, you know? Okay, so here's my bread, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of milk in the bread. Sorry, the camera's right in front of me, I can't see. So the onions are not only gonna flavor our beef, they're also gonna flavor our zucchinis. They're gonna make them sweeter. They're gonna take that little, just tiny bit of bitterness out of the zucchinis. Zucchinis are so sweet, but sometimes the older they get, the bitter they get. And these were perfect. So I always try to pick the young zucchini when you're buying them. They have much tender flavor and sweeter. I think we're there. So I'm just gonna add my zucchinis. Hold on. Just add all your zucchinis. I think that's gonna be good enough salt. I'm gonna taste it later. I'd rather not have enough. I mean, not, you know what I mean? You can salt at the end always. So I'm gonna cover this guy and let the zucchini steam through. But make sure you just incorporate everything well together so it flavors each little zucchini. You know, you want that meat flavor to permeate in all of the little zucchini bits. Okay. Okay, so I stirred my zucchinis well enough. Now I'm gonna add my lid. And wait, I'm gonna lower the heat to low, and then I'm gonna wait maybe like 15 minutes and it should be done. So 15 minutes, I think, or maybe 10. We'll check. I forgot to put these in the oven. So salt them, lightly salt them. Spray them with a little bit of olive oil, or you can just tap it if you don't have a sprayer or whatever. And just pop it in the oven at 350. We'll see like 15 minutes. See, I just sprayed them. See how shiny they are now? It's just a little bit of cooking spray. So in the oven they went, and that oil is just to help them cook and crisp up a little bit. So it's not that much oil, so don't worry about the fat content. Okay, our zucchinis are very tender. That's what we want. So we want them to be fully cooked. Now I'm gonna add my soaked bread, and that's gonna go in there. And try to break it apart. It should be tender by now. It's been soaking like for like 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna add my, let me see, hold on. I'm just trying to break that bread apart and I can't see, so. Okay, so our bread is well combined. Now I'm gonna take 4 slices of Havarti and use whatever cheese you have around. I'm not gonna use anything. Don't let like not having the ingredients deter you, the right ingredients deter you from making a recipe. Just make sure it's a mild cheese, or you can use the charred cheddar. Just don't use like feta or anything like that, because we really want to bring out the flavors of the zucchini, you know. And now I'm gonna add, see how that cheese is melting? So to bind everything, I'm gonna add 3 eggs. Look, oh my goodness. And we're also gonna add some cheese on top once we pop the zucchinis up in the oven again. I'll show you. So I'm gonna add my eggs, pop those yolks, and that's gonna bind our ingredients like a little stuffing. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I'm gonna salt again because I added a lot of ingredients that didn't have any salt. We'll taste it a little bit, see where we're at. And that's the thing about cooking. Taste, see if it needs anything. I might add a little bit more pepper too. We did add the eggs and the milk and the bread. I know the bread has salt, but the milk will take it away, you know? So there's my stuffing. Now I'm gonna start stuffing my zucchinis with this. So my zucchinis are cooked, as you can see. Some of them are golden brown, and they're pretty tender. They're right at 11. Oh my goodness, I just tried some of the stuffing, and it reminded me of my grandma. It was her recipe, by the way. I tweaked it a little bit to be more efficient. Oops. Sorry. Now for the finale, I'm gonna add a little bit of mozzarella. You can add whatever cheese you have around. If you even have Mexican cheese, whatever, anything you have. Just top it, and then we're gonna pop these guys in the oven. You can eat. My mom adds Parmigiano Reggiano on top. I don't. It's not that I don't know. I think it's just too robust. I like a very mild cheese. Plus, we just want it to like. It's just to form a crust and have it golden brown. You know what I mean? And they went at 350 until they're golden brown on top. Yes, look at these babies! And it was only like 10 minutes. I put them at 450. 400? Yeah, 10 minutes. I would take them out earlier. But they're gorgeous. I can't wait to eat these guys. Absolutely gorgeous.